All right, we are live. It is October 6th, 2025, Kirkland Township Budget Hearing Meeting for 2026. As I was just saying, this can be a pretty short meeting. We really only have two things on the agenda tonight. First, as always, we approve the meeting minutes from the last meeting, and then we'll talk about the budget for next year, which should be a brief conversation. So I'll first read last meeting's minutes. A board meeting was held at the Kirkland Township office on Monday, September 29th, 2025. Attendees, board members Ren Brown, David Bloom, and Rebecca Leakey, trustee Jared Adler. No member of the public in attendance. Prior board meeting minutes of February 11th, 2025 reviewed and unanimously approved. Discussed care and maintenance of Zion and Shady cemeteries. Trustee will discuss with caretakers. Review and approve the Zion Cemetery caretaker contract for 2025 to Brady Ripple for $1,000. Discuss and review proposed capital improvement plan, including potential improvements to cemeteries. Unanimously approved by the board. Next meeting will be the budget hearing meeting on October 6th, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Kirkland Township office, which is now. Motion to adjourn by Dave Bloom, seconded by Rebecca Leakey, and unanimously approved. So those are the meeting minutes from last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those?
So moved.
So moved by Dave and Ren, I assume seconded by you. Both of you vote in favor?
Aye.
All right, so that's done. You have in front of you a couple of documents regarding the budget for next year. And I'll tell you that one of the reasons that this is pretty short and sweet for us to look at is it reflects absolutely zero changes from what we have done each of the last 4 years. In particular, last time we met, we talked about the capital improvement plan and how the state at the end of 2026 is intending to take 30% of unrestricted funds. The idea of raising more in taxes or increasing our tax levy just to have that increase our unrestricted funds that the state takes for road work when they're already taxing for roads, et cetera, I didn't think was something that the board would be interested in. So, yeah, my wife and kids just running outside. So the top page, the notice to taxpayers, you see kind of summarizes everything, where there's a budget estimate of $32,900. The budget estimate for township assistance is zeros across the board because frankly, we have sufficient money in there in light of what we've done. So we're not taxing people for township assistance, and we've got a nice enough nest egg in there that we're keeping that the same because any money we're needing to spend on township assistance, we've got plenty in the tank for. And those are restricted funds where we're not worried about the capital improvement plan. The township fire and EMS and then the cumulative fire fund, those reflect the same too. In my conversation with Department of Local Government Finance and regarding the capital improvement plan and this, we were basically presented, we could keep everything the same as it's been. We could do a gradient increase, or we could increase taxes to our max levy because we are not taxing at the max that we're able to do. And my conversation with DLGF was, there's no reason for us to increase taxes. Let's keep everything the same there because we've been able to bring in all the money plus more that we need. The budget estimate will reflect, you'll notice the estimate is $32,900, but on column 3, it shows $18,043 coming in taxes. So that would reflect us raising less money next year than we would spend, but the budget is an estimate where they ask us to err on the side of caution with respect to a little bit of that. So we have always spent less than the money that we've taxed to come in. Our nest egg has grown. So the figures are identical as they've been the last few years because I, talking to the DLGF representative, thought that the board's preference would be that we're in good financial order. So why why change things and certainly why increase taxes when we know that's just gonna add money to the pot that's then gonna be taken from us anyway, kind of thing. So you'll see budget form 1 there with the budget estimate, that 32,900 I discussed. There are different categories where those are itemized, for various spots on where that would go to, such as salary for board members, the trustee, office rent, generally an allotment for library cards. The library cards that we pay for fluctuates year to year. So the 7,500 there is an estimate, but I expect it to be less than that again. And you'll see most of the line items are zeros because we don't need to spend money on those sorts of things for our township. So with that, in light of the fact that we're not making any changes at all, we're continuing to march on as forward. If you guys have any questions, I can answer them to the best of my ability. I'll note briefly for the record here that it's just the 3 of us, that no members of the public are here despite the advertisement notice to them. So these numbers I think are ready to go. We don't have to actually, this is not us voting to approve the budget. That'll happen in 10 days. So next Thursday when we meet, that'll be the actual, we approve it, but this is an opportunity for anybody in the public to express anything that they think we need to know about. And if you guys have any questions, but I anticipate you probably don't, in light of the fact that we're not proposing any changes. So any questions that I can answer for you guys, or are you okay with what I've discussed here?
Sounds all right with me.
Yeah. All right. Well, these copies are something you guys can take home. I'm happy to make sure Rebecca gets a copy for herself too. Actually, is that her coming in? Nope. Go in another door, please, buddy. Okay. Tonight is just an opportunity for us to talk about this, and we have. So I promised you it could be short and sweet. So if I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting, Dave, you want to make that motion again? Brent seconds. All in favor? Aye. Very good. So thank you. All right. Well,